Hey everyone, Jerry with Bronson Creative, the director of Autumn's in the Horror, and today we're going to be doing another scene breakdown. This is one of my favorite scenes in the whole film, and so besides the winter sequence that you could be able to watch in another video. But this sequence is kind of where we started with what this house would become. And so we always knew that we wanted this home invasion sequence. It changed so much throughout the entire film, but at one point we had choreographed an entire fight sequence, and it was all around the house. And we shot probably another 5 or 10 different parts of this sequence that didn't make it into the film. So let's get started. So this is the final shot right here, where the friends have realized that, hey, this probably isn't, we probably shouldn't be here. This is probably something for the Roddenmakers to deal on their own. And so one of the things that we played with, especially in this sequence here, that was rewritten the night before we filmed it, because winter kind of had set in early in Michigan. So this was around the time of snowpocalypse, if anybody remembers that. So we were supposed to be out in the water. It was a sequence out there. The water was way too cold, so we scrapped it. And when we got there and they'd already pulled out all the boats, we had to kind of rewrite the sequence. But I am blown away with how that came out. Basically the night before, no sleep. Ray and I wrote it, and we got up. So Isabel and Malcolm are headed back from their kind of day of gallivanting around the lake, and kind of just like remembering all of these times they spent there. And they get home, and as you see on the note there, they've left. So they've left them to be alone, let them deal with it the way that they need to deal with it. And so, but little did they know that in leaving the house unoccupied, that somebody has been kind of watching and is close by. So this sequence outside, when we were looking in, you'll be able to hear that you don't hear inside as much as you hear outside. And I wanted to start getting this kind of isolation of them alone, but I also wanted to get this voyeuristic kind of feel that somebody was watching them. So we were able to, I think, accomplish that by that angle. So here we had to play with a lot of different things, and so this sequence was blocked out a lot. Like I said, we had a very specific plan, and it was going to be a very, very graphic kind of break-in, because all 4 of them were going to be there. When we rewrote that sequence, we got rid of the other 2 of them, and everything got a little simpler, and it also got a little bit just more about what the sequence was about. So this right here, we were able to hide, and so we were able to hide the person in the bathroom. And one of the things that we talked about is we wanted to try to make the moment as real as possible whenever the scare happened, and so we were able to kind of like hide them in there. And when you see this sequence, I think it works. Fun fact: that's actually just Ray in a gas mask. We didn't have another actor, so we were repurposing a lot of people, and so I think at one point Chris's character also played the gas mask. Oh, this is Chris's character right here. So we were running low. Everybody had to like kind of play multiple roles. Give it to Tristan here and Nick Cedor. They were hiding lights up in there, and if you look out the window right there, there's a little bitty gas mask. So we wanted it to feel like there were multiple of these people that were there, but we didn't really know who they were. So once again, this is kind of our break-in, and so we were able to do that. But yeah, these are basically the same people over and over again. And when you're making an indie film, that's what you got to do. So you can't afford sometimes to have one person come out for one day. There's a shot that didn't make it in the film where I'm wearing a gas mask outside of the house. And but yeah, we were able to do this. And if you've watched the film, the gas mask is actually how some of the songs were recorded. So the music was actually played through the bell of that gas mask with Brandon Verrett. And so this scene right here, though, we worked so hard on to try to get the blood trickling inside the gas mask. We had to kind of rig some stuff in there. And if you look really close, you can start to see it fill up right there. And once again, starts with Ray wearing the gas mask, switches to Chris, then Ray is behind him as Malcolm again, and then we're back into the therapist's office. So that sequence right there took an entire night. So it was about 1 day of filming. And so one of the things to think about when you're making these kind of complex sequences in your films is how long is this really going to take, and allowing your actors time to prepare, allowing your time for them to experiment. And so, and make sure you have those kind of times built into your day. With that being said, check out The Horror, buy a copy over at bronsoncreative.us. So we're all on physical media now, so we want to keep it alive, and check out the rest of these behind the scenes. And when you make your film, I hope you share it with me. Have a great day.